This is going to be my final weigh-in before my entire body composition changes. I have lost 128 pounds using all three methods: naturally, weight loss surgery, specifically the gastric sleeve, and using GLP-1s. I've also changed my diet. I became extremely fit. I healed my mental health, and my internal health reflects that, but not my external body. So now it's time to take you all with me on the next phase of my journey, which is going to be my phase 1 loose skin removal of an arm, back, and lateral chest wall lift with lipo. So in today's video, let's do a final weigh-in as I'm gonna be swollen for a while. I'm also going to do a loose skin tour, and maybe we'll be able to compare it for later. And I'm gonna give you all of the ways I have been tracking my weight loss journey. And that's with my before and after pictures, my inches, my Dexa Scan. I'm gonna share all of the numbers, stats, and tea in this video. But before we get into today's video, if you've never seen my face before, hey girl, hey, my name is Janae, and I make a lot of content focused on fitness, wellness, and self-development, and helping you and I live our best healthy and active lives. So if that sounds like something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're following me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I post a lot of different content over there. Give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below and let me know if you embarked on the loose skin removal journey. How did it go for you? Now, I have done several sit-down videos talking about consultations, talking about the procedure I'm having, talking about my pricing and insurance, giving you multiple hauls between the Fajas, my Amazon, and my supplements. And it all lives in my plastic surgery loose skin removal playlist. I'll link that one in the cards above for you if you want to watch them all. And not only that, as I go about this journey, I'm going to be vlogging this experience, showing you the raw behind the scenes details of it all of the tea, so that if you want to do this, you're knowing what you're in for, because a lot of women have already expressed to me that they want to get their arms done. So I jumped on the scale this morning, and this is my current weight. Now, I have also been in weight maintenance for the last year, and I knew my body was ready for loose skin removal when I maintained my weight. And most surgeons is going to tell you that they don't recommend you getting loose skin removal if you're still actively losing weight or just now stopping your weight loss journey. They tell you to wait about 6 months before you go ahead and get loose skin removal to give your body time to adjust to what just happened, let your hormones level out. Plus, you want to make sure that you can maintain that weight, because some of us are doing crazy things to lose our weight. No judgment here, but sometimes we tend to fall off of our fitness and our eating when we hit that goal weight. So you want to make sure that you can maintain it. And like I said, I have been maintaining 165, even though it's not my lowest weight, for the past year, because this is where my body wants to be at, and I am comfortable there. And it also allowed me to continue to heal my relationship with food and fitness and understand what my body does. And I know I have a natural 5 to 7 pound bounce where I'll go down or go up, and it's not true fat, it's just water weight. So my highest weight was 287.2 pounds, and that was back in September of 2020 when I was pregnant with our second child. Then I got weight loss surgery on March 2nd of 2023, and my surgical weight was 264.2 pounds. I started a GLP-1 13 months post-op in April of 2024, and I was around 186.7, somewhere around there. My lowest weight to date is 159.8 pounds, so that leads me to 128 pounds lost. But like I said, my body easily maintains its weight at 165 pounds. I have also been off of the GLP-1 for the last month. I had to get off of it 1 week before surgery, but I knew that GLP-1s wasn't going to be a long-term thing for me, so I've been kicked that habit. I'm glad to know that it is still around and accessible should I ever need it, but I think I just want to do things on my own after my surgery. I'm also 36 and I'm 5'5" because I know someone's gonna ask me my height. Now let's move on to the second way that I track my journey, and that is with my inches. Now I got my inches around my surgical weight back in 2023, so I'll insert my highest inches and then I'll also show you guys my current inches. So like I said, I track my weight loss through multiple different ways, inches being one of them, because even though the scale won't move sometimes, and we know how that scale is, you may have lost inches, which means you are still getting smaller. Your body body composition is still moving. This is why it's important to use your body as data and not get so emotional behind the numbers. So pretty much from the very beginning of my journey, I've been tracking my inches. Both my scale and my measuring tape are from Renfro. I'll link them down in the description box below. It comes with that free app that you're seeing on the screen here. I will measure my neck. I'll measure my shoulders. I will measure both arms at the biggest point of your arm. And again, this is thrown off a bit because all of this is loose skin, but I still track it and I do it on both sides. I also like to track my wrists because, you know, when you're bigger, your wrists are big too, and you realize that you can't fit certain bracelets, certain watches. So I started tracking my wrists as of recently. I also track my chest. That has come down a lot, and my bra size has come down a lot. I track my waist, which per the military, that's the one that I always go by. It's the smallest part of your waist. So where that natural indentation is at, that's where you want to track it. So I track there. And here's the thing, since I'm getting a back lift, these numbers are also going to change because I'm getting that bra line back lift. I have a lot of rows, which you'll see here shortly in my loose skin tour. I have a lot of rows back here, a lot of loose skin, but also I'm getting lipo in my arms, my back. And on top of that, I'm getting this loose skin on my lateral chest wall taken out too. So all of these inches will come down even more. I track my abdomen. It's pretty much the point around your belly button, the biggest part of your stomach. That's where I track. I track my hips. Now you want to make sure, the hips are a little tricky. You want to make sure that it's at the part where it sticks out the most from the sides, but also the part where it sticks out the most on your butt. And then you want to do this without any shoes on, and you want to keep your feet as close together as possible. I also track the biggest part of my thighs. Again, you may have a bunch of loose skin here. I don't. And then for my ladies, this is going to be a fun one. I track the biggest part of my calf because if you know, you know. Us girls who have big calves, we couldn't wear wide leg boots and thigh high boots. Guess who can now? Yeah. Now look at the after. These are my most recent inches, and I have lost at least 5 inches all over my body. But here's the thing, I have a ton of loose skin in my arms, so it kind of throws off the inches. And with my arm and back lift coming up, I am very interested to see what's going to be the aftermath, especially after, you know, the swelling goes down and all of that stuff, like what my true inches are now. Now let's move on to the loose skin tour. And this kind of goes into the third way I track my journey, and that is with my before and after pictures and videos. And I normally do my before and after pictures and videos in different clothing, have somebody else take a picture in the video of me so I can truly see instead of trying to catch my own angles. I try to make sure I'm wearing the same clothing so I can truly compare. And it's a great way to just see the progress, because something I was struggling with early on in my journey is that I couldn't see my progress through my own eyes looking at myself in the mirror. But if I have a picture in front of me, I could see the difference. I can visually see the difference. So let's move on to the loose skin tour. Now I've done a loose skin video and I'll link it in the cards above because I talked about why we get loose skin, how we get loose skin, prevention, all that stuff. This one is just gonna strictly be a tour. And this one is a little bit more risque. So I'm gonna be blurring out some parts, but I really want y'all to see the skin, especially in my top half since I'm doing my phase 1 loose skin removal, and I want you to be able to see what is gonna be taken away. let's move on to the next way that I track my weight loss journey, and that is through my clothing sizes. Now, if you're anything like me, and let me know in the comments below, you don't have too much consistency when it comes to the clothes that you wear and the sizing. And even though I have been maintaining my weight for the last year, things affect it. Depending on what store you go into, there's going to be a different size for you. There is no consistency. The cut of the jeans is going to be different. So I make sure I pretty much shop at the same stores. I pretty much stick to American Eagle and H&M. Like, those are my go-to stores. I may pop into a Zara, to an Old Navy here or there, but those two are my consistent stores. So from American Eagle, y'all see that? I wear a size 2. I've been a consistent size 2 since last summer. And it's crazy to say that because when I was 19, I was 150 pounds and I was a size 6. Now I'm 36, I'm 168 pounds and I'm a size 2. And this goes to show you, this is kind of why it's important to track your weight loss in multiple ways, because you could be small on the scale and then be what is called skinny fat because you don't have no muscle on that body. And I know back then I was flabby. I wasn't working out. I was not working out. So I was definitely flabby. When you put on more muscle and you cut your body fat, no matter what the number says on the scale, you can look smaller. Your body composition will be smaller, will be more snatched because muscle weighs less than fat, because muscle takes up less space than fat. I mean, and when it comes to my clothing sizes, everything has changed. My underwear, my bras, my pajamas, my shirts, my bathing suits, my shorts, like everything has changed. So right now I am a 34D and I'm interested to see if this goes down as far as the number, not really the breast, even though some of the tissue from that lateral chest wall will take away some of my breast tissue, because he told me during my consultation that it isn't breast tissue that's right there. That's all fat. So will I go down a size in a cup? Who knows? We'll see. When it comes to my shirts, it really just depends on the cut of the shirts. I am all over the place, even if I'm shopping at H&M or American Eagle. I can be a small, a medium, or a large. If it's oversized, if it's loose, if it's cut to you, like, it doesn't matter. I'm somewhere in those. And it's because of my loose skin. Depending on how tight that shirt is, this just gets caught up in there. And so I'll be really happy for this to not be a problem. But yes, I say all that to say your clothing sizes may change even if the number on the scale doesn't change. And that is showing you that you are getting smaller. And most of the time, a lot of people don't even have a goal weight as far as the scale. They have a clothing size goal. Another way I track my weight loss journey is through my non-scale victories, but I think I'm gonna do a separate video on all of the non-scale victories I have had since losing all of this weight. So comment down below and let me know if you will be interested in that. And the last way I track my weight loss journey is through getting Dexa scans and paying attention to my lean mass versus my fat mass and my body fat percentage. So I've been getting Dexa scans since last June. This year, I started getting them once a month. But at the start of the summer, I started doing physical therapy and I've been prioritizing recovering, resting, rebuilding my body. So I have not been running and weight training like I was at the start of this year. So I have my report from my scan this morning and the numbers kind of gagged me. I ain't gonna even lie, it gagged me. From May until now, I have gained 4% in body fat. And my fat tissue has gone up by 8 pounds. And my lean mass has gone down by 5 pounds. And my bone density has been staying the same, thank God. But that just goes to show you, and this can happen to anyone, how quickly your body composition can change when you're not being intentional with your weight training. My protein intake has been the same. I never have an issue with eating a high protein diet, so that has been the same. It's been the weight training that hasn't been. But I really wanted to do my Dexa scan now because I want to see how much fat mass is taken away once they cut away my loose skin, because loose skin shows up as fat mass and a little bit of lean mass, but majority fat mass. Even down to my picture that they scan your entire body and they put it on your paperwork. And you can see all of the blue specifically in my arms. All of that is my loose skin in my arms because I have so much of it there. So I cannot wait to do it again in about October timeframe to see what the difference is. Now at that time, my fat mass and my lean mass may be trending in the way that I don't want it to, like it is now, because this is going to be time off from the gym again. So at that point, that will give me a good baseline for me to jump back into the gym, for me to see what my true numbers are, and for me to get back into it when I start hitting my routine again. But if you didn't know this, the Dexa Scan will break your body down by regions. And so the total mass of my right arm is 11.5 and my left arm is 10.8. From my fat mass in my right arm is 4.9, left is 4.2, and the lean mass is 6.2 and 6.2 in both. So I'll be interested to see again what that looks like once this loose skin is taken away. And if you're interested in getting a Dexa Scan through BodySpec, I do have a $10 off your scan discount code for you. It's going to be JLL. And I'll leave the link where you can book your appointment in the description box below. I think this is really good data, especially if you are into weight training, you're hitting a fitness journey. If you're utilizing a fast method to lose weight, like weight loss surgery and taking a GLP-1 like I have, and you're concerned about your lean muscle mass, you haven't been hitting your protein intake, this is a good thing to have to track your weight loss progress. So I hope you guys found this video very informative. Even though it is based off of me, I wanted to give you guys something that you can take away from this video as well, which is tracking your weight loss journey in other ways. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon. That way you're notified every single time I post a new video. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. On TikTok, I'm always hosting lives and answering your questions in a moment. On Instagram, I'm super active in my stories. I do have a broadcast channel for my surgery that's coming up. It's most likely going to be updates in my Instagram story, so follow me over there. And on Facebook, I do have a support group. If you are looking for community and other women that is on this journey, you can find them in my support group. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.